Yeah! It's time! It's time! It's draft time! Welcome to the Yosif Trash channel. And this is the biggest, most up and coming channel here on YouTube. And it's never generic like Times New Roman font like Carl Anderson. You know? You know what I mean? Now that is generic. But this is the draft prediction video of this channel. And yeah.
Welcome, guys, to the Yosif Raw show. Your
And
baby, Yosif Raw, your most favorite guest, Terrence, the motherfucking stage man.
how you doing?
Wrestling Express, how you doing?
How you doing?
Good graphics, how you doing?
How you doing?
Awesome match cards, how you doing?
Hold on for one
Nice
moment for a second.
podcast, how you doing? Yo, somebody's calling me. Yo, how you doing? You know what I mean? The stage man wants to take a shit. Where you at, stage man? Where you at? Where you at, stage man? Where you at? Where you at? Come on, stage man. Yo, stage man.
I'm back. I'm
All
back. I'm
right,
back.
you're back.
Holy
That's
shit.
awesome.
I'm such a friggin' idiot. I was like, I'm back. I'm back. And all of a sudden, my friggin' thing is still muted.
All right, so it's the stage man here. We are doing a special video today since a special episode of Smackdown, which Smackdown is actually going live. So no more spoilers for those motherfuckers who don't like to watch the show and just hate on the motherfucking show without watching it and just looking at the spoilers. Guys, SmackDown is going live. What do you think about that, Terrence?
That's the best thing that's gonna happen. That happened to SmackDown, man.
Yes,
Uh,
going live is actually meaningful since it's happening right now. I can watch it now, like just like I watch Raw, because SmackDown, I used to watch it only if there's something special happening, some
mm,
good match or some shit. But now I might actually watch it every day. It's nice that it's right after Monday too. It's like Monday, Tuesday, so
yeah.
that's gonna be nice, especially in the school week time. Have 2 days where it's a nice WWE show in the night, put you to
Mm.
sleep. Especially Raw. Example, the 4th of July Raw. That was the shittiest Raw I've ever seen in my whole life. I swear to God.
Oh, that was the worst. In fact, that was like the lowest rated show ever. It got a 1.87. That's that
Man,
was
that show
terrible.
sucked. I don't know why they did that, man. Big Show and Zack Ryder. Oh my God. That's like, what the fuck? Anyways, guys. So here, today's video, we're gonna be talking about the SmackDown Live first episode predictions, meaning the main event, which is a spoiler. I'm gonna say it, so if you don't want to hear it, just leave. It's that Dean Ambrose will be defending his WWE Championship against the man Seth Rollins in SmackDown Live tonight. Also, there's gonna be the draft prediction, the draft results, so we're gonna know who's going to each show. That is
Mhm.
what me and Terrence are here today for you guys. We're gonna show you guys, you know, our predictions of who's gonna get drafted to each show, and the our prediction for the main event of the night. What's gonna happen? The championship division. So which championship will go to what show, and just stuff like that. Also the starts from the NXT. That also. So that's what we're here to talk about, you guys, today. So Terrence,
Mhm.
how do you want to start this, bro?
Well, we're gonna go by alphabetical order. You want to do by alphabetical order or?
Or you want to do the draft predictions now? Or you want to do the Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose shit first?
I guess we could talk about the Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose stuff first, just to get that shit out of the way.
All
Um,
right, Terrence, you go. You go ahead first. Tell me what's gonna. What do you think is gonna happen?
well, I think there's probably going to be another screwy finish in the main event.
So a
Um,
dodgy finish, right?
yeah.
All right.
I- So that's my prediction there. A screwy finish. Like, to be perfectly real with you, I see Seth Rollins winning the championship at Battleground. Um, like, I don't see Dean Ambrose keeping the belt. I certainly don't see Roman Reigns getting the belt unless if
Why
he
not?
actually because one, he just came back from suspension. They're not gonna have him win the title after being suspended. And judging by the company being so pissed off about Roman Reigns, they're not gonna friggin' reward this guy for the belt unless they have him go heel and have him, pull a shocking swerve and have him go heel and be the top heel on Raw or some shit. But he ain't winning the championship. And me personally, as much as I like Roman Reigns, you know what? Maybe have him not win the championship for a couple of months wouldn't be so bad, and maybe Seth Rollins as the champion for a little bit can be good. Just hope they don't have him hold the title like he did last year. Ugh, oh my gosh, that was just ugh. You know
Well,
what? So
so you think it's gonna have a dodgy finish? Seth Rollins might win the title. That's what you think?
yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, for me, bro, I actually think that let's say, I actually think that this might end like in a something like a bullshit manner. But I
hmm
think that like Roman Reigns is actually gonna come out during this match.
He can't come out this match. He's still in suspension.
Yeah. Well, it's 1 day suspension left, right? 1 day.
Nah, it's he his suspension does not end until Thursday.
Well, who told you? Who told you WWE won't bring him back?
They won't. They never ever do that shit where they friggin', you know, accept one night only for suspension. They have to do the 30-day rule, you know. And plus, it's like if they were to do it now, they should have just done it then. You know what I mean? So they
Oh,
he
yeah.
so
Well, you
it
do
is what
got a
it is.
point. But what was I gonna say? I could have said Roman Reigns like coming out, spearing both of them, and like the crowd booing him and stuff, and he just leaves with the WWE title with him.
Yeah, if friggin' Roman Reigns is not suspended, that could have happened, but fortunately he's still suspended.
All right. If he's
So
still
yeah.
suspended, so all right. Just yo, are you still here, Terrence?
Yeah, I'm still here. The reason I keep muting is because, background noise and shit.
No,
You
it's
know what
okay.
I'm
Don't worry about that. It's not. Don't worry about that, buddy.
all right.
So well, if Roman Reigns can't come out, I actually see Seth Rollins winning by roll up pin or something like that. All right,
Mm-hmm.
very cheaply, and then Dean Ambrose goes insane, and then you
Mm-hmm.
have Shane come out, Stephanie come out, and make a war and stuff. And I think these two are gonna be the final two picks. You know.
I think they were probably the first two picks, to be quite real with you. To me, it makes sense for the champion and the contender being the first pick for the show. I can clearly see Seth Rollins being the first pick for Raw and Dean Ambrose being the first pick for SmackDown. It's like, to me, it feels retarded if you're not gonna draft the champion as your first pick. You gotta have the friggin' WWE champion on your show. Like, who doesn't want the title to be on your show? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's that's
Well,
just that's just me.
that actually might happen because on Raw, you saw that Shane was backing up Dean and Stephanie was backing up Seth.
hmm
That's what I think they're trying to get. If that's it, I would like, why not have the WWE champion on SmackDown and the World Heavyweight champion on Raw?
I
Would be
would
sick.
like that. I would like that too. But the thing is, with the storyline, they want to do Rollins and Roman for the SummerSlam. And if you're gonna have the champion, the WWE title be on SmackDown, you have to keep it on Ambrose. And you don't know what the hell you're gonna do with Ambrose if you're gonna feud with
Uh,
Rollins or
well,
Reigns.
well,
You
with the
know,
SmackDown roster that they're probably gonna get, they might have a new feud for him. Let's say, I thought you said Finn Balor might do that. With Dean.
the reason why I say Finn Balor is because obviously I see Seth Rollins winning the championship at Battleground, and since Dean is going to SmackDown,
Yeah,
what
but
I predict
why do you think Seth Rollins is gonna win at Battleground?
because I don't see Dean because for SummerSlam they're basically gonna do Roman and Seth again. That's what they've been building up for, and that's what I've heard. And you can clearly see they're actually gonna do Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns for the belt. Roman gets his rematch 1-on-1. Seth Rollins is a champ, and the reason why they're doing the show triple threat match is because one of them is gonna get drafted, and since they want to have Roman and Seth be on one brand and Dean on the other, it's obvious that you wanted to have the Dean Ambrose go to SmackDown, and they're gonna have a new World Championship, while Rollins and Reigns feud for the belt at SummerSlam for the championship. And
Well, like you actually think that Roman and Seth are gonna stay on the same show, and the other one stay on a different show?
yep,
I actually might think that all three of them are gonna stay on the same show.
like if for me, the reason why I say they're not gonna stay on the same show is because of why they did the friggin' Shield triple threat
Yo,
match.
Terrence, hey, just excuse me for a bit, just 1 minute, all right?
Okay,
I'll be back. I'll be back right now.
all right, cool.
Shoot!
We'll take this brief moment. This channel is brought to you by YouTube and Google and Hangouts and Google Hangouts and Google Plus and Google Plus Plus and Google Minus. You know, I don't know what's such a plus about Google Plus. Well, I don't know what's so good about that. But it is sponsored by the Draft and the YouTube channel. And it's sponsored by the Wrestlers Brass. So, yeah, hold on for one moment.
I'll call you back. But I'm gonna tell you.
Yep, I'm back. If you're not there, well, there's a bit pause. There's still a pause over there, and this hangout is still brought to you by YouTube. And sorry for the pauses there. He
All
also
right,
just doing
Terrence,
something.
I'm back.
Well, I was doing some advertisements on your show, man. You
All
know.
right, thank you for that, man.
And by
I hear that
advertisement, I was
after.
like, this show is brought to you by YouTube and Google
All right.
and the app.
So where were you at? Well,
Oh yeah, you asked me why do you the whole Shield why do you think that all three guys aren't going to be in the brand? And I said the
well,
reason why they're not going to be on the same brand is because they know that one of them is going to get drafted to a different show. If they were going to get drafted to the same show, then they would have not done the friggin' Shield triple threat match, and they would have saved it for SummerSlam. You know what I mean? It's like they know at some point they're gonna have to do this match, and they want to have, one of them go to a different brand.
well,
So
they ruined their most anticipated match, man. They could have just made it at WrestleMania, you know?
they could have done it at WrestleMania this year, but Rollins got hurt. They could have done it before, but they could have done it. The build-up should have been a whole lot better, but Roman got suspended, so you know it is what it is, I suppose. But I'm still excited for the match, though. Um,
You think it's gonna be a good match?
yeah, I think it's gonna be a good match. You got, Seth Rollins, who's
Your
friggin'
prediction is Seth Rollins winning, of course,
oh yeah,
100%, or
100%. I think he's gonna win the championship. Heck, I wouldn't be surprised if he actually pins Roman Reigns in that match. Um, because again, with the suspension, and obviously WWE is pissed off at Roman Reigns for friggin' violating the drug policy.
and
They,
I also think that Vince doesn't like Roman that much anymore.
yeah, So that's why that's going back to the thing where, obviously they're gonna still have Reigns be one of the top guys, but he's not gonna be featured as the guy.
Who
So
do you think that's gonna be? Seth Rollins?
I really don't know at this point. It could be him, could be anyone, but that's basically another thing for another time. But
Um,
yeah. So you want to get to the friggin' draft,
all right.
draft picks now?
So your prediction for tonight's gonna end in a no contest, and Seth Rollins is gonna win at Battleground.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think that tonight they're gonna present the new World Heavyweight Championship.
If they do, then that's great.
Yeah,
That's
cause
great.
yeah. So that's my prediction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for the picks, do we start?
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the WWE site right now on your fantasy roster, so I'm gonna choose for the roster,
Oh, okay, cool, cool.
and then after that we'll switch on to the NXT picks, and then we'll talk about the titles. All right.
All right, awesome, awesome.
All right. So the first guy, of course, the face of the WWE currently is who,
Is
John Cena. Now, what do
oh
you think about John Cena?
John Cena's going to SmackDown. He's going.
100% or
Oh yeah, I 100% think he's gonna feel that he's gonna go to SmackDown.
hmm.
And to be quite honest with you, I want him to go to SmackDown. He's been on Raw for in the past 11 years straight.
Hold up.
So
Excuse me. Excuse me.
so
That's just my phone ringing. All right. Hold up.
all right, just mm-hmm. We'll take another break. YouTube is sponsoring by the draft. Well, things happen in the draft. It's time to shake things up again. Woo-hoo-hoo. Um, yeah, so I think John Cena is going to SmackDown, and I want him to go to SmackDown. And to be quite, for me, it would be a bit of a disappointment if he actually stays on Raw. So yeah, and I would like him to be featured more on the Blue Brand. I always liked Cena when he was more on SmackDown than he was on Raw. That's just my opinion. So yeah. Mm. Well, as he's doing his own thing, and we're just waiting for whatever. We're just waiting for him. Hmm.
All right. I am back, Terrence. Thank you for waiting for me again. That was just my friend calling, bro.
That's all right. That's all right. I just basically said that I want
Booty
Cena to
call.
go.
Booty call.
Well, I don't know what friend you talk about, male or female, but that's besides the point. But but I want
So
Cena to go to SmackDown. To be quite
you
honest
want
with you,
Cena, or you think Cena's gonna go to SmackDown? It's two different
that's
things, bro.
I both. I know he will go to SmackDown, and I want him to go to SmackDown.
Oh, okay.
And so
Well,
yeah.
I actually want him to go to SmackDown,
Hmm.
and I think he's gonna actually go to Raw.
You think he's gonna go to Monday Night Raw?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I'll tell
Um.
you why. Do you want me to
Why?
tell you why?
Yeah. Tell.
Cena's not been booked on a SmackDown taping, live taping, ever, but he's actually on the Raw tapings for the next few months.
Okay. But those can virtually change. Um. Yeah, sometimes when they put ads and stuff, they tend to change it because of stuff that tend to happen in between. You know
Well,
what I mean?
Cena going on SmackDown is the better choice, in my opinion, and I want him to. It would be nicer if Cena's on SmackDown. It would be like a change. Well, I'm
Yeah.
actually gonna take that back. I think Cena's actually gonna go to SmackDown since you told me that things can change and it's not permanent.
Yeah.
I'll say Cena going to SmackDown too.
Yeah,
All
because
right.
I remember like sometimes WWE, during those commercial breaks where they tend to advertise those live events and shit that would come to your town and what would be the main event matches and stuff, you know, but they can
Yeah.
change anytime. I remember
Yeah.
seeing like a few weeks ago before Roman Reigns got suspended that Raw and live like a friggin' live event in Toronto was gonna be AJ Styles and Roman Reigns fighting in the main event. Then it changed to Dean Ambrose taking on Seth Rollins and AJ Styles or whatever the case it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. I
shit can
understand.
happen. So,
So, well, I actually think Sin is gonna go to SmackDown, but it's not like you 100%. I actually think it's gonna be like 75% going to SmackDown. I think there might be a little chance of going to Raw, but officially, my choice is SmackDown. All right.
all right, cool.
So next superstar is the man he's feuding with is AJ fucking Redneck Styles.
They don't want none.
They don't want none. They looking scared, son. They don't want none. We them farmer boys with that farmer strength. Ain't nobody man enough to feel the pain.
Okay,
You
we
can
get it.
be next if
Okay,
your egg get wrecked. Ain't nobody breaking this redneck.
okay, we get it. We get it. You don't have to milk it, but yeah.
All right,
Uh,
so where do you think Seth Rollins is gonna go?
you said Seth Rollins or AJ Styles?
AJ Styles, man. What the fuck am I saying?
AJ Styles is going to SmackDown. That
100% sure.
Yeah, I think basically whatever branch AJ is going, Cena's going, or vice
Yeah.
versa. So, and I think AJ Styles would be perfect for SmackDown. Um,
So, and do you think that Cena and Styles are gonna fight at SummerSlam?
yep,
All right, that's cool.
and it'd probably be for the world heavyweight title.
So, well, in my opinion, I think like Shane or Brian is gonna have a like a like a King of the Ring tournament style
Yeah,
tournament, you know,
yeah,
for the
and then the finals would be.
he's gonna say, oh, I'm making new opportunities for the new guys, you know, and shit.
Mhm.
But I don't think that Cena and Styles are gonna fight for it. I think that match doesn't need a title.
Doesn't need to, but if you want to add some star power into for going for the championship for SummerSlam, then you go with Cena and Styles, I suppose.
If not,
Or
I would like Cesaro and Chris Jericho, you know, fighting for
yeah,
that.
yeah,
That
sure,
would be sick in the finals. Or Owens and Jericho, Owens and Cesaro, something like that. You know, different.
something different.
Have the big guys go for it. You know,
Yeah, all I want is that the world heavyweight title actually be treated as a championship because the
not
problem,
a champion like Dolph fucking Ziggler, gay
or
ass
friggin',
champion.
and to be quite real with you, although you tend to like the guy, I feel like when Alberto Del Rio was world heavyweight champion back in like
Yeah,
2013, they kind of
it
treated him
was
like
okay.
just
It wasn't
they
as bad as Sheamus, man. Sheamus sucked.
flipping. The problem was when you had the world heavyweight title when there was no brand split. It didn't make any sense to the point
Yeah,
where they're basically making the world heavyweight champion like the friggin' intercontinental champion. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So we'll get to more of the titles later, but AJ Styles, he's gonna go to SmackDown.
I also think wherever Cena's going, AJ's going because I see them having another match at SummerSlam. That's for sure.
Hmm.
Unless Finn Balor has something to do with that, which I don't see that much. Not now. Probably for
Hmm.
WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Um,
WrestleMania, man.
Anyways, so that's just my opinion too. I agree. Seth Rollins SmackDown. Let's get to the third superstar, which is the man.
The
Now,
man, the man with the tiniest penis.
dick pics.
Ha! Seth
Seth
Rollins.
freaking Rollins.
No, I'm just kidding. But
All right. So where do you think Seth Rollins is gonna go?
he's going to Monday Night Raw, and
I
also
agree.
he's gonna be the first draft pick for Raw.
You think it's gonna be the first overall draft pick?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I also think that suit too. You know, because Seth Rollins is actually the top guy right now. I actually think if they're gonna have Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns at SummerSlam, I think there's gonna be a double turn. Have Seth Rollins as the biggest baby face on Raw, and Roman Reigns the biggest heel on Raw. You know?
Yep. And I think that's what they should have done at Money in the Bank. But hey, it is what it is.
Roman Reigns got suspended. They might actually wanted to do that because Roman on the Raw after the Money in the Bank, he was acting a bit, like a bitch.
Yeah. Like, hey, don't tell me that I can't wrestle and shit. Which he can wrestle for those people out
He
there. I
can
agree.
wrestle really good, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Better than Dean Ambrose as a wrestler. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Better than a
But
lot of
anyways,
people. All
I
right.
wouldn't say
No,
better than a lot of people. I wouldn't say he's better than Kevin Owens or shit like that. But he's really good. He's really
he
improved.
is. He is, man.
But enough
We
about
are
Roman
not.
Reigns.
We are not the bandwagon Roman haters. Trust me, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
But,
So Seth Rollins, you said on Monday Night Raw.
mm-hmm.
I also said on Monday Night Raw.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Seth Rollins on Monday Night Raw, the WWE champion, which I think Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, AJ, John Cena, different feuds. I think SummerSlam is going to be lit this year.
Oh yeah.
It's going to have great feuds. I don't see what Dean Ambrose is going to do, but
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be a great feud.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
So
so Seth Rollins on Raw. How about Dean Ambrose?
he's going to SmackDown.
Yeah.
I,
Well,
I, and plus here's another thing too. I can clearly see them with Shane and Stephanie. You see how they'll do that whole little feud thing, where they're gonna have Rollins is gonna be for Stephanie and Shane for Dean and shit. And they're gonna have, okay, I want SmackDown to bring to keep the championship. No, I want Raw to bring home the championship. You know what I mean? So they're gonna have Rollins and Ambrose be separated because of that. Um, that because of the
yeah,
storyline they wanted to
yeah, yeah,
do.
I get
So
what you mean.
so
So,
yeah, Dean
yeah,
Ambrose goes to SmackDown, and
yeah,
he will
people.
be and he will be the first pick for SmackDown. So.
All right, I agree with that too.
Mhm.
So, all right, so Dean Ambrose SmackDown. I also think he's gonna go to SmackDown. Roman Reigns,
Monday Night Raw.
of course, gonna be the biggest heel on Monday Night Raw. I see Roman as a heel, something so big
Oh yeah.
that it's gonna be like so epic, and people are gonna have no choice but to start liking him, man.
To be quite real with
He's
you,
gonna be like
he
just exactly like the New Day. At first hated as babyface, turned heel, made everybody hate them, and then started loving them.
or the friggin' Rock. The Rock was the same way too.
Yeah, Rocky
People,
Maivia.
the Rocky Maivia was like the most hated baby face in the late '90s, and then he became the Rock. And then later on, people start cheering him, and guess what? Guess what? The Rock's been doing now. The man's a friggin' movie star. The guy's one of the all-time greats. So
Yeah.
you know,
So
trust me.
Roman Reigns going to Raw, biggest heel. Seth
Hmm.
Rollins, biggest babyface. After
Hmm.
that, they can change, but for now, I see Roman Reigns and Seth is like Cena and Orton back in the days.
Or I can, more so. And I was just thinking about this
Triple
a
H and
day.
Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was watching believe it or not, I was watching the Triple H and Shawn Michaels match. I think it was the Three Stages of Hell match, and they were doing the promo. I was like, man, it kind of feels like Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins is kind of like the modern version of Triple H and HBK,
Yeah,
because
but who's
yeah,
HBK?
um, that's a good question. You
You
could say
wanna say you wanna say Roman because Seth is teached by H, but
no,
Seth
it's
looks
because
like HBK more.
the thing is, why I would say Roman is because he's the baby face in this situation, and he got friggin' betrayed by Seth Rollins. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But hey, it is what it is. Roman Reigns, Monday Night Raw.
me too. Monday Night Raw. So far we've all been the same.
Hmm.
Brock Lesnar, the Beast, the suspended guy.
Yeah, man, this is gonna be a bit of a tough one. Before I would have just said this guy is gonna go to Monday Night Raw, but you could also have him on SmackDown. Hmm.
I think he will go to SmackDown.
You know what? Just for the safe bet, man, he's gonna go to Monday Night Raw.
All right, Monday Night Raw. I see SmackDown. Though I think Randy Orton is gonna go on Raw. That's the thing.
I think the match with Orton and Lesnar is gonna be an interpromotional match, meaning a Raw versus SmackDown match for SummerSlam. And if that happens,
All right.
then cool. You know.
All right, I say Randy Orton. I say Brock Lesnar going on SmackDown.
Okay. So that's the one thing
That
we
doesn't
disagree.
change anything because he's never there, anyways.
That's true. You know.
Anyways, so you said Brock on Raw. I say Brock on SmackDown. That's it. That's the first difference so far.
Hmm.
How about the New Day?
Huh. The New Day. I think they're gonna stay. I think they're gonna go on Raw. They're gonna stay
All
as,
right.
and I think the tag. Actually, I'll talk about the titles later on. But the the um the New Day are gonna go to Raw.
I I think New Day are gonna go to SmackDown.
Okay,
Easy.
you can keep you can keep disagree with me all you want. I'm,
No, but
I'm just kidding.
I actually think New Day are gonna be the biggest tag faces on SmackDown. Enzo Amore and Big Cass the biggest faces on Raw.
I kind of think the opposite, but hey, one or another, these two teams are freaking hilarious and entertaining as hell.
All right,
So,
we'll see. I say New Day on SmackDown. You say New Day on Raw, right?
hmm.
All right. Are you writing these down so we can put them in the description later?
All right, okay, let me just open.
But it's okay. It's okay. You're probably gonna know your predictions after, right?
Yeah, basically the stuff I already remember anyway. So,
All right.
um,
So how
so
about the Miz?
oh, Miz, I think he's gonna go to SmackDown as the Intercontinental Champion. I think, me personally, I think he should go to SmackDown. I think him being like a mid card, upper mid card heel as the Intercontinental Champion for SmackDown would be really good. But that's what I want. But I predict he will go to Monday Night Raw. For To be quite honest with you, I think he's gonna go to Monday Night Raw, even though I would want him to be on SmackDown. So yeah,
What about the Intercontinental title?
he's gonna the Intercontinental title. If I predict Miz is gonna go to Raw, then the Intercontinental title will be a Raw Championship.
Hmm.
But that depends of
I actually think Miz is gonna defend it tonight on the SmackDown episode. You
well
want to know
he
against who?
who.
I say Neville. The Miz is gonna be like an open challenge, all right?
Hmm.
And then Neville is gonna accept it.
Yeah,
Neville's gonna beat him. Neville's gonna stay on SmackDown. The Miz is gonna go on Raw.
yeah, but that also means that you're gonna have to change the match with Darren Young and the Miz, either to a non-title match or it would be a triple threat match. You know,
You can have it
just
as a triple threat match, you know.
Neville's awesome. Miz is really awesome as well. Very underrated heel. And I'm not gonna lie, friggin' Bob Backlund is freaking crazy as all hell. I seen one. I seen
Oh yeah,
the
Bob
Raw
Backlund
follow.
and Darren Young are actually pretty cool together.
Oh yeah, they are
It's a
frig.
cool it's a cool matchup. I actually think that they're gonna be good.
Oh yeah, the thing is, I seen one backstage skit on the YouTube channel, right? And flipping Bob Backlund made me laugh so hard. Darren Young was like, "All right, man, since we're gonna go out and celebrate, right? We're gonna watch the rest of the show." And Bob Backlund just looked at him like, "No, no, we're not. We're gonna go train at the gym." And I was like, I think Bob Backlund has the right idea because he doesn't want to watch a 3 hour Raw. That's shit.
So you say
uh,
Miz on Raw or SmackDown?
I think he will go to Monday Night Raw, but I would want him to go on SmackDown. So my prediction is going to Raw.
My prediction is going on SmackDown.
Hmm.
All right, Miz on
So all
SmackDown.
right, so I just
Randy
put
Orton.
Randy Orton. I think he'll go to Monday Night Raw.
I also think he will go to Monday Night Raw.
All right, cool.
How
So
about
I
Brock
bet
Lesnar? What did you say for Brock Lesnar, by the way?
Raw.
All right. I said Randy Orton on Raw too.
Hmm.
So now Charlotte.
Charlotte. Here. Okay. Before Monday, I 100% feel like she was gonna go to Monday Night Raw. But since they announced the friggin' cruiserweight division is gonna be on Raw, there's a possibility of the women's division will be on SmackDown. So for my safe bet, I'm gonna go with Charlotte going to SmackDown. So yeah.
Um, I actually thought of that too, but I was thinking like maybe have the women's on both shows. You know?
You could do that, and you can do that with the tag belts. But again, you want to. I for me personally, I want the roster to be separate as possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just for my safe bet, I think the women's division is gonna be focused on SmackDown. So you're gonna. I predict Charlotte was gonna be on SmackDown.
All right.
Which by
I
the way, I'm
also,
friggin' excited. I'm excited for the friggin' cruiserweight division coming back, man.
by the way, me too. Well, we'll talk about that later, man.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so Charlotte on SmackDown for you. I
Mm-hmm.
say Charlotte on SmackDown for me too. You had a good point on that.
Mm-hmm.
I've been choosing a lot of superstars on SmackDown, by the way.
I
But
have how many
there's a
people
lot
I
of
have? One, two, three. Basically, I only have four people who I predict are going to go to SmackDown, and one, two, three, four, five. Well, basically three plus two plus one, so three plus almost 10 people are gonna go to Monday Night Raw. From my actually not friggin' 8 people because you have Brock, Orton,
well,
Rollins, Reigns, New
well,
Day,
yeah.
and The Miz. So yeah, it's so yeah, basically. But Charlotte's going to go to SmackDown.
I also think that she's gonna go to SmackDown.
All
I
right.
well, actually, I think Charlotte will stay on Raw,
Okay.
but the title can be the women's can be on both shows.
All right.
All
Okay.
right. So Charlotte for me on Raw.
Hmm.
All right. Now Sasha Banks.
She's going to SmackDown.
I also think to SmackDown, the top diva on SmackDown. Charlotte, the
Hmm.
top diva on Raw. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
So Sasha is going to SmackDown.
Hmm.
Kevin Owens, that's a big one.
Oh, Kevin Owens is another person I kind of feel like where would he go? You know, he can be on Raw and be a major player, but he can be even more major player on SmackDown. I need a pick. You know what? I'm gonna go with Kevin Owens is gonna be on Raw. I
Uh,
predict him. I
I think
predict.
I think he will go to SmackDown.
All right.
Easy. Kevin Owens on SmackDown means World Heavyweight Championship on him most of the time.
I think he will be a world champion either way, in my opinion. But he will be more. He will get the championship a lot more sooner if he's on SmackDown or
Yeah.
Raw. But hey, it is what it is.
Well, yeah. Well, I think Kevin Owens is gonna go on SmackDown.
Okay, so I predict Kevin Owens is on Raw. So basically,
Sami
if
Zayn,
Sami Zayn,
basically what?
no, I was gonna say if I were to look at my main event scene right now, it would be Rollins, Reigns, Brock, Orton, and Owens would be my. It would be the main event scene for Monday Night Raw. If
Mine
I
would
predict,
be Owens, Dean, Brock, AJ, Cena, The Miz, SmackDown.
all right. So you said Sami Zayn, right?
I think he's gonna go on the same show that Owens is
Kevin,
gonna go.
do you think the feud is gonna continue for SummerSlam?
I think it's gonna be the same thing that you said for Brock and Orton, like a Raw versus SmackDown.
Yeah, I think.
But if that is it, that means Owens has to be on the heel side, which is Raw,
Mhm.
and Sammy has to be on SmackDown. Well, I don't know what to say, man.
Actually, go back. I'll go. I'll change my friggin' Owens pick, man. I'm gonna change it. I think he's gonna go to SmackDown instead. And one reason only. I feel like him and Shane McMahon can have some friggin' hilarious ass segments because ever since Shane has become in charge of Raw and shit over the past couple of months, friggin' Kevin Owens is always getting annoyed by the guy, and we
Yeah,
can get and we can and one I there's a possible prediction that I would like to see in the near future, a Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens match. That would be pretty cool to see.
it would
Um,
be cool. Yeah.
so yeah, I'm gonna go with Owens is gonna go to SmackDown, and as for Sami Zayn, he's gonna go to friggin' main event. No, I'm just kidding. He's gonna go to Monday Night Raw. So,
Man, I wish Sammy had a different gimmick. He would have been way
oh,
cooler. His gimmick
Well.
sucks. Anyways, I say Sami Zayn. I'm gonna say actually on Raw
Mm-hmm. All right.
to have like a
Cool.
Raw versus SmackDown feud, both of them.
All
But the
right.
thing is, they can't do anything if they're on different shows.
Which that's why I know there's another thing too because they're building the match with Owens and Zayn to be like the final match between each against each other. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay, I
yeah.
say Sami Zayn on Raw.
Mhm.
All right, Sami Zayn on Raw. Uh, Rusev and Lana.
Um, since picked Miz to go to since I predicted Miz to go to Raw, Rusev is going to SmackDown.
I say
Uh,
Rusev on Raw
all
because I have
right.
the Intercontinental Champion on SmackDown, the U.S. Champion on Raw.
All right. Cool. Cool.
Cesaro.
Cesaro. I see him going to SmackDown. So I predict Cesaro goes to SmackDown.
All right. I also think Cesaro is gonna actually go to SmackDown, be in the World Heavyweight Championship, area.
Picture.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
Cesaro on
Cool.
SmackDown. Enzo and Big Cass. I say they go to Raw. That's for sure.
Well, since I separated the New Day with from Enzo, since I put the New Day on Raw, I put Frippin Enzo and Cass on SmackDown.
I put
And
them on
another
Raw.
and because actually we'll talk about more with the other picks, but Enzo and Cass go to SmackDown.
Enzo and Cass go to Raw.
I'm gonna F your girl right up in the ass.
All right.
I'm
The
just kidding.
the slow show.
Oh, Big Show. He's going to SmackDown.
I say Big Show easy on Raw.
I always feel Big Show is more of a SmackDown guy than a Raw guy. Even though back in the day when they had the draft and stuff, he would always get drafted every single year. One year he's on Raw, one year he's on SmackDown, one year is this, one year is that. But I predict Big Show is gonna be on SmackDown.
I said Big Show's gonna go on Raw.
All right,
How about Kane?
he goes to Raw.
Um, you, hey, you know what I think?
Mhm.
I think that Kane is gonna be on one show and Corporate Kane is gonna be on the other. It's gonna
uh,
be so fucking funny, man, if that happens.
But didn't they already do that storyline, man? Like people already know who the friggin' corporate Kane is, man. It's gonna be so ridiculous. But it is what it is. Kane is gonna go to Raw. Maybe it's because of my childhood, where I always feel like Kane is always a Raw guy. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Kane's going to Raw.
All right. What did I say?
You said
I said
Kane is
that yeah. I just think Kane is gonna go to one show and Corporate Kane to the other.
so basically
Both
superstars the
shows.
main event. No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
no. I say Kane on both shows. But if it's not Kane on both shows, I say Kane going to Raw also.
Okay, cool.
Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho, I feel like he should go to SmackDown, and
I
I
also
predict he
think he
will.
should go to SmackDown,
And
and
I
he will
predict
go to
he will.
SmackDown.
So Chris Jericho goes to SmackDown.
All right, both of us, Chris Jericho, the greatest superstar alive, to SmackDown. All right,
You stupid
Becky
idiot.
Lynch. You
Becky
stupid
Lynch.
idiot.
Becky Lynch. She's going to SmackDown.
What you mean? What? What?
Becky Lynch, man,
That's.
she's going to SmackDown.
I also
I f-
think she's gonna go to Smack. I think she's gonna go to Raw, the biggest diva face on Raw.
okay. I feel like I'm just gonna put every single diva on the friggin' SmackDown roster and put all the shitty divas on Raw. Like they used to do back in the day, where all the female that had the women's title would go to Raw, and the one that doesn't would just have the shitty divas on SmackDown. Would have bra and panty matches.
How about how about how about Paige?
Oh,
She's annoying
Paige.
as fuck, by the way.
Oh, Paige. I feel like she's gonna go to SmackDown.
I think she will go to SmackDown too as the biggest heel. Is she a heel? Yeah, she is a heel.
She's a face.
Fuck. Since when she's a face?
Yeah, she is. She's a baby face. To be quite real
Well,
with you, man, friggin'
she
these
has blue
divas.
hair, so I think she's gonna go to SmackDown.
Well, in the picture she has blue hair, but whatever she has is otherwise. I'm just saying.
All right, the Usos. Ooh, boo. So's.
They're gonna get drafted to the unemployment line. So yeah.
Oh man, I think if Armando Alejandro Estrada came back and joined the Usos as a heel faction, that would be so sick. And they come out like in just regular t-shirts, no paint, no nothing. Terrence, you still here? Terrence, you here, bro? Oh my lord. The lights going down. The wicked's here. Save my soul. Yo, Terrence, where you at, buddy? Terrence.
Oh my god. Shit.
Yo, Terrence, what happened, bro?
Alright, I'm back now. My apologies. One of my parents
What
wanted
happened?
me to close the door. But apparently these kids are so lazy as hell that they can't do it themselves.
Well, if you didn't hear what I was
Just
gonna say about the Usos, I think if Armando Alejandro Estrada would come back and
mhm,
manage these guys, because
mhm.
they fucking sound like shit on the mic, in my opinion.
No, they
They
sound like
sound like
frig
so cringy, so cheesy.
they sound like friggin' gangsters, man. Why the hell's this floor
No,
wet?
man.
And I didn't say it was a good thing either. But I think the Usos are gonna go to Raw or they're gonna go to the unemployment line.
I
Actually,
say,
that's
I say Usos on Raw.
yeah. I think wherever Roman goes, they go. You know,
Uh,
monkey see, monkey do.
how about Sheamus?
Sheamus, he's going to Raw,
I also think on Raw. How about Alberto Del Rio? I say SmackDown.
SmackDown too. I think he
All
fits
right,
more as SmackDown as like a top contender. And if they ever do a tournament for the world title, he should be in it. So
should be to the semifinals at least.
sure, if you want.
How
Um,
about Bray Wyatt?
Bray Wyatt, personally, I think he should go to SmackDown.
I also think that, but knowing WWE, they'll probably take him to Raw.
Like, what are they gonna have him do on Raw though, other than feud
That's
with
the
the New
thing.
Day? You know, I think Bray Wyatt should freaking be on the SmackDown, feeding guys like I don't know,
Well,
just just whoever. I think he would be more better on SmackDown.
Well, I guess I also say SmackDown. The
Mm,
Whites. So all the White family on SmackDown, right?
yes, sir.
So all right. How about Apollo Cruz?
Raw.
I say SmackDown. The cruiserweight is on Raw. Never mind. I say Raw. Easy.
But I don't really think Apollo Crews is that much of a cruiserweight. He's
He's
more of
not.
a. I don't think so. He does flips and stuff, but that doesn't mean he's a cruiserweight. Maybe he is. I really don't know. But
Well, if he's not a cruiserweight, well, actually, I'll just say SmackDown.
uh,
He can be a bigger superstar on SmackDown.
true, true. Um,
Uh,
but anyways,
Apollo on
so
SmackDown. Um, actually, yeah, Apollo on Apollo on Raw. Never mind. He can get drafted in the next year. You know.
mm-hmm,
For
yeah,
now, I'll
that's
just keep him on Raw.
mm-hmm.
Alicia SmackDown or Raw. I don't give a fuck.
I should go
Alicia probably.
SmackDown.
I
SmackDown.
say I'll say Raw. How about
Mm-hmm.
the Ascension? Nobody gives a fuck. Ascension, Raw,
They
SmackDown.
good. They go to friggin' main event.
All right, main event. I'll put them on. I wish there was a main event option. Um, I'll just put them on Raw, bro. Just
All right,
just jobbers to job to the White or something.
or some
Baron
shit.
Corbin. I also say on Raw.
Raw. He's going to
Yeah,
Raw.
he's type Breezango.
This is.
I like them a lot, in my opinion.
I think they're gonna go to Raw.
I think they're gonna go on SmackDown and play big heels.
Okay.
I think fans are gonna get behind them. You know, after. How about Dana Brooke?
Dana Brooke, SmackDown. Wherever Charlotte goes, she goes. So
I say Dana Brooke on Raw. How about Darren
okay.
Young? I say SmackDown.
Um, you know what?
Um,
SmackDown.
yeah,
Well,
I say Raw.
yeah, actually, I put Miz on Raw, so he's going flipping. He's going to Raw, along with the Crazy Bob.
I say Raw, yeah, because you know about back in the shit. I say Raw.
Mhm.
Dolph Ziggler. I can't
Oh,
choose this one. I'm just gonna
oh,
skip it.
he goes to the friggin' TNA.
No, but I swear I'm not gonna choose. Yo, don't choose. Please don't choose, man.
You
Just
know what?
don't choose.
No, no, I'll choose. Uh, I like SmackDown, and I don't want it to get infected, so he goes to Raw. But on
All right.
Raw, as in flipping being the guy who carries people's bags. So
Or the jobs to Baron Corbin, please.
no,
How
I
about
don't want to. I don't want to see him, and I don't want to see friggin' Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler for like the millionth time. You know, Baron Corbin
how
deserves
about
something better.
how about the Dudley Boys?
Dudley Boys, I think they're gonna go to Raw, but I think they might end up splitting the Dudley Boys up
No, because
because
on WWE.com there are only one option.
yeah, unless if the GM choose otherwise, if they just want one or the
Yeah.
other. Which it's funny you mentioned the Dudleys. I was this morning since I was so excited about the draft. I watched the 2002 draft, right? And to be
Yeah.
honest, it was like the most retarded decision that they have ever done, and it was to split the friggin' Dudleys, right? Like this, how retarded they were. Ric Flair, who was the Raw GM, and Vince McMahon was the SmackDown GM. Ric Flair earlier in the night friggin' drafts NWO, right? The whole entire group, right? X Pac, uh, Razor, Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash, right? But later on the show, the guy chooses separates the Dudley Boys, and I'm like, what the hell? It makes no sense. You keep one team, but you friggin' split up another
Yeah,
one.
yeah. I get what you mean. So you think the Dudley Boys are gonna split up?
I think they probably will. If there's gonna be like one tag team, they're gonna split up. Probably this one. I don't want them to split up. Even though
I think they should just go both on Raw.
even though I friggin' see Bubba Ray being friggin' hilarious, man. I seen one video. He was punching the shit out of one of the Usos, and it was like every time he punches the guy, like, "This is for you. This is for WrestleMania. This is for The Rock." This is for your 96 other cousins.
All right, how about
Uh,
the Golden Truth?
I
I
think
like
that
them, by the way.
I like
I think
Gold
they're gonna
Dust.
go SmackDown.
I like Gold Dust, and I like our Truth. I think they're gonna go to SmackDown.
Yeah, also me too. How about Jack
Mhm.
Swagger? Raw.
Raw.
Yeah, Raw needs more jobbers.
Hmm.
How about Kalisto? SmackDown.
Actually, I was gonna say SmackDown, but since they did the cruiserweight division thing, he's going to Raw.
Oh, yeah, never mind. Sorry, my bad too.
Like I thought he would have been a perfect addition for SmackDown and have him be the next Rey Mysterio there, which he will not be. But anyways, but I think he's gonna go to Monday Night Raw along with his
Yeah, I
friend
also
Sin
think.
Cara.
Yeah. How about Mark Henry?
He goes to Raw.
I say SmackDown.
Okay.
How about Naomi? Who gives a shit? I'll put her on SmackDown. How about
I'll
Natalia? Raw.
oh, I don't. Natalia. Who's the
How about
freaking?
Neville?
He goes
I
to
say SmackDown.
SmackDown. Although they can have him go on Raw and have Kalisto and Neville fight for the cruiserweight title in a series of matches, I think that would be friggin' epic to see. But I
But
pick him
I
to go
would
to.
like Jericho Neville feud.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go to SmackDown.
How about Sin Cara?
He goes to
Raw.
Raw.
Yeah. How about Summer Rae? Nobody gives a shit. I'll put on SmackDown. How about Titus O'Neil?
He goes to Raw. Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah.
Alright. How about Zack Ryder? Fucking loser. I fucking hate this guy, man. Every time I see him, I fucking hate him. I hate him so much. He
I
like
think
sucks. He sucks so bad, man. Just leave, please.
no, I prefer Zack Ryder than Dolph Ziggler. At least with Zack Ryder, I actually kind of like the guy. With Dolph Ziggler, just no, no.
Anyways, stop talking about that piece of trash. What do you want to put Zack Ryder? Fucking
SmackDown.
loser. Alright. I put him on Raw. How about the Shining Stars? I love these guys, man. But where are they?
You like the Shining Stars?
Where are they though?
You like the thing is the
Welcome
shine.
to Puerto Rico. I love those guys, but I love people who just
They had
mock the
the
crowd and have a foreign accent, and it sounds so funny, and just mock the crowd, and they're actually good in the ring.
well, they're good in the ring, of course, but here's the thing: when they debuted on Raw all those months ago, they got no reaction. What the hell was the like? They had no
Yeah,
reaction.
because people are fucking shit, man. They're shit. All they care about is
Now,
yes, yes, yes.
you like
But
the Shining? Oh man,
I love
I
the
was
Shining Stars. They're
I
like
just
my
want
third
Carlito.
favorite
I want
tag team.
for real,
Not
for
ever,
real.
but right now, yeah.
So they're
I like them better than Golden Truth. I like them better than Brizango. I like them better than
so. What's your favorite?
Ascension.
What's so
Right now,
so?
it's New Day, Enzo, and Cass, and the Shining Stars.
You don't like the White family? You
Well, the
don't like
Whites are not.
the
The
vaudevillains?
Whites are not like a. Well, I do like the Vaudevillains too. The White family are not like a big like a tag team. They're more
The-
like a staple, just like the club. I like the club too because they're fucking
I
funny,
would
man. I like them way
I
better now as a heels.
personally I don't really like the Shining Stars. Sure, they're good wrestlers, man. But I could care less. I think what really can make these guys actually something is if they bring Carlito back. Carlito, now that's a guy who's freaking entertaining as hell.
Yeah, Carlito
Carlito is
was.
frick,
I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool.
but friggin' why the hell does his other friggin' cousins or whatever are not as entertaining? You know, like they have potential, but shit, man, they got a friggin' one of the like the most dead reaction to a debut
Well,
ever.
what do you think a good gimmick for them would be?
Like the gimmick they have is not bad. It's just like it's not friggin' something that's lighting the world on fire. Like people are usually just sitting their hands and knees, and people and I just don't really care. You know, they're
I
good in
think
the
they
ring.
should be like internet darling, like stars or something. They should like hold their phones and play Pokemon and start dabbing and doing challenges and shit, running man.
Oh man, speaking of dabbing, I freaking seen Daniel Bryan dabbing on Raw. Just hilarious. He was in a segment with freaking Golden Truth
Yeah,
and it's
he's like,
like, hey, how is this? And he does the dab gonna help SmackDown? Oh, Daniel Bryan, man. The
all
Shining
right,
Stars, I
so
think they're gonna go to Raw.
I think they're gonna go
So
to Raw too. SmackDown. I think they're gonna actually go to SmackDown. I,
whatever.
I put I put the whatever they go. Well, I do love them, but I don't even know where they are anyways now.
Yeah, I don't really care,
How
but
about how about the social outcasts? I put them on Raw.
Raw, Raw. But
Man, the social.
me
Yo,
me
what if Heath Slater, man, does like a cool gimmick? He comes back from injury and he acts like he doesn't know the social outcast and he started feuding with them like a broken man Hardy or something. It'd be fucking sick.
Me personally, Bo Dallas and friggin' Curtis Axel have potential, right? I feel like Curtis
A
Axel
lot of potential.
should have been should have been a lot better than he is. Like obviously, his friggin' father is Mr. Perfect, like one of the greatest IC champs ever. Like the guy was a star back in the day. He should actually be more like he should
All right,
be almost at the level that
yo,
he is.
Terrence, I
But
don't got all night, right, bro? So I'm just gonna
no,
finish.
no, you do got all night. And Bo Dallas, man, he is
No,
friggin'
for real,
hilarious.
bro. Yeah, he is.
And
He is. I like what you're talking about, bro. But I actually don't got all night for real.
I know. I just
All
want to
right,
drag
so
on, but I'm messing with you.
all right, the
But they go to
vaudevillains,
Raw.
the last pick, the last pick.
They go to Raw.
I put the vaudevillains on Raw too.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's
Um.
it, bro. These are our
mm.
picks. Now for the titles, what do you think is gonna happen?
The WWE title will get drafted to Smack. Will be on SmackDown for only like few days until friggin' Rollins wins the belt or whenever. Um. So um. And all that kind of shit. I think the Intercontinental title is going to Raw. Um. Actually, no. Wait. Screw it. I predict flipping the WWE title goes on Raw. I predict the US title is gonna go on SmackDown. The Intercontinental title goes to Raw. The Cruiserweight title goes to Raw. The Women's Championship on SmackDown, and the tag team titles will be defended from both shows. So yeah.
All right, that's cool. I actually have the same opinion as you, but inverse the Intercontinental and the U.S. title.
Okay.
I see the U.S. on Raw and the IC on SmackDown. And now for the last one, what were we gonna say? That was it, I think, right? I
You
know
said
the NXT stars.
yeah. There's 6 picks. So if I were to do 6 picks,
Well,
Finn
let me do them
Balor.
first.
Okay. Okay.
Finn Balor, no, Finn Balor, Bailey, American Alpha. That's four.
You can count
Nia
as one pick.
Jax.
Okay.
Okay, if you want to count the other one as a one pick, so it's American Alpha, Finn Balor, Bailey. That's three. Nia Jax. That's four.
Mhm.
Five. I have Nia Jax or Ty.
Ty Dillinger.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the sixth pick, I would have Rhino.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I also think that Tommy Dreamer is gonna come back for the draft.
He could. And friggin'
Would be sick.
it would be cool. Um,
Yeah.
I think the same thing too. Finn Balor, he's definitely going to friggin' SmackDown. Definitely,
You think?
100%. Yeah. Like I can see him and AJ Styles in the club feud gonna be feuding for like, for a good several months going into WrestleMania. So so Finn Balor, he's gonna go to SmackDown. But yeah, so that's
All right.
basically my
So
thoughts on the friggin' prediction. Right now, I'm gonna friggin' watch the
yeah.
pre-show for the draft. Um,
I'm also gonna do that. I'm trying to ready for something. Have something. Then I'm gonna just we'll watch the show after. We'll do a live review on Wrestling Express channel.
mhm.
So that is
Yep.
it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks Wrestling Express for being the best guest in history, the best
Thank you
guest
for.
ever you can ever have, bro. Terrence is
All right.
fucking amazing. Cool. He's
Mhm.
he's actually a smart fan, not like those fucking dick riders. You know.
Those
Anyways, that
dick,
is it,
this,
guys. See you the
those dick
fuck later.
riders. Obama, Obama.
See you. Because no, they rocks. And that is it, guys. Peace. The
Peace.
motherfucking fuck out.